When it comes to male attractiveness, youth often gets all the spotlight: sharp jawlines, lean bodies, and raw energy. But the truth is, as a man grows older, his attractiveness transforms into something deeper and more lasting. While a younger man may attract attention with physical energy, an older man captures admiration through wisdom, composure, and the quiet confidence that only years of experience can build. Being attractive as an older man isn't about clinging to youth. It's about embracing maturity, refining your character, and carrying yourself with dignity. Women especially notice when a man carries himself with stability, self-respect, and a strong sense of identity. These qualities make an older man magnetic in a way that younger men often cannot match. It's not just about your appearance, but about the energy you radiate, the way you walk into a room, the way you treat others, and the way you've learned to control yourself through the lessons life has taught you. In today's discussion, we'll break down 5 signs you're a very attractive older man. If you find yourself relating to these signs, then chances are you're not just aging, you're aging with strength, style, and undeniable appeal. Sign number 1. You carry yourself with confidence. Confidence is one of the strongest markers of male attractiveness at any age. But when it comes to older men, it takes on a whole new dimension. Unlike youthful arrogance or the need to constantly prove yourself, confidence in an older man is quiet, calm, and deeply rooted in experience. You've faced challenges, you've won battles, and you've made mistakes. But through it all, you've gained a level of self-assurance that speaks louder than words ever could. When you walk into a room, people don't notice you because you're shouting for attention. They notice you because your presence naturally demands it. You're not insecure, you're not desperate for approval, and you don't compete with younger men for validation. This confidence also extends to how you interact with others. You look people in the eye when you speak, you don't hesitate to voice your thoughts, but you also don't feel the need to overpower anyone. Instead, you bring balance. Whether in a workplace meeting, a family gathering, or even casual conversations, your calm authority makes people listen and respect you. And let's not forget, confidence is deeply attractive to women. Younger women, especially, often find older men appealing because of this exact quality. They sense stability and assurance in you. Your confidence tells them, I know who I am, and I don't need anyone else to define me. That's rare, and it's a huge reason why you stand out as an attractive older man. So, if you've reached the point where you don't chase approval, don't compare yourself endlessly, and don't try to be someone you're not, you've unlocked one of the clearest signs of being a truly attractive older man. Sign number 2. You stay in good shape. Age doesn't excuse neglect, and an attractive older man understands this better than anyone. Being in good shape isn't about looking like a 20-year-old bodybuilder. It's about discipline, self-respect, and health. You don't need a six-pack to be attractive. What makes you magnetic is the fact that you take care of your body, maintain fitness, and look strong enough to handle life's demands. Staying in shape shows that you respect yourself. It tells others that you value your health, your appearance, and your lifestyle. People notice when an older man looks sharp, walks tall, and has the stamina to stay active. It instantly sets you apart from those who let themselves go with excuses like, I'm too old for this. This also ties into the way you carry your age. A fit older man doesn't try to look like a teenager. He embraces his maturity while maintaining physical strength. Sign number 3. You have emotional maturity. One of the biggest differences between an older man and a younger man is the way he handles emotions. Younger men often react impulsively. They get angry quickly, feel insecure, or allow jealousy to control them. But an attractive older man is different. He has emotional maturity, and this is one of the strongest qualities that makes him stand out. Emotional maturity means you don't let your feelings dictate your actions. You've been through enough in life to know that losing your temper or reacting without thinking only makes situations worse. Instead of shouting, you listen. Instead of becoming defensive, you analyze. Instead of chasing unnecessary drama, you choose peace. And this self-control is incredibly attractive because it creates an aura of stability around you. When a man is emotionally mature, people naturally trust him more. They know they can come to him for advice without being judged. They know he won't overreact or spread negativity. Women, especially, find this deeply attractive because it signals safety and security. A mature man doesn't need to play childish games like ghosting, making someone jealous, or proving dominance. He communicates openly, honestly, and respectfully. Another aspect of emotional maturity is being able to admit when you're wrong. A younger man might let his ego get in the way, but an attractive older man knows that growth only comes through humility. You don't pretend to be perfect. You own up to your mistakes and show strength by learning from them. That makes you not only more attractive but also more trustworthy. And let's not forget, emotional maturity also means you're not desperate for validation. You don't need someone else to constantly remind you of your worth. You know your value, and that confidence in itself is magnetic. Sign number 4, you're financially responsible. Money alone doesn't make a man attractive, but responsibility with money definitely does. An attractive older man understands the value of financial discipline. You may not be a millionaire, but you know how to manage your income, your savings, and your lifestyle. And that reliability is what makes you magnetic. You see, financial responsibility isn't about flashy cars or expensive suits. It's about stability. You're not reckless with money, you don't live paycheck to paycheck because of poor planning, and you don't drown yourself in unnecessary debt. Instead, you've built habits of saving, investing wisely, and spending with purpose. This shows that you think long-term, and people around you respect that. For women, this is especially attractive. Not because they're all looking for wealth, but because financial responsibility signals maturity. It shows that you're not careless, and you're capable of providing a stable foundation in life. A man who can control his finances shows he can also control his impulses, and that level of discipline is rare and appealing. Financial responsibility also frees you from desperation. You're not constantly stressed about survival. You're not chasing opportunities out of fear. You make decisions calmly and strategically. This calmness gives you authority and respect in both personal and professional settings. And remember, financial responsibility doesn't mean being stingy. It means knowing how to balance enjoyment with discipline. An attractive older man knows how to treat himself, take care of his loved ones, and still plan for the future. That ability to maintain balance between saving and spending is a strong indicator of wisdom, and wisdom is incredibly attractive. Sign number 5. You're a good listener and communicator. One of the most overlooked but powerful signs of an attractive older man is the ability to listen and communicate well. Younger men often fall into the trap of wanting to prove themselves constantly. They interrupt, dominate conversations, and rush to give answers before fully understanding the other person. But an attractive older man has learned through life experience that true strength lies not in talking endlessly, but in listening attentively. When you're a good listener, people feel valued around you. You don't just nod while waiting for your turn to speak. You genuinely pay attention. You notice the details, you remember what someone said earlier, and you respond thoughtfully. This simple act of listening makes people feel understood, and that's one of the most attractive qualities you can have. Being a good communicator goes hand in hand with being a good listener. An attractive older man doesn't waste words, doesn't exaggerate, and doesn't speak just to fill the silence. Instead, he speaks with clarity and purpose. His words carry weight because they're backed by thought and experience. People take you seriously because you don't talk over others, you talk to connect. This ability also makes you magnetic in relationships. Women, especially, appreciate men who listen rather than dismiss their feelings. When you give her space to express herself without judgment, you create an emotional bond that many younger men simply can't. Your maturity allows you to respond calmly, validate her emotions, and communicate in a way that brings peace instead of conflict. That sense of security is incredibly attractive. Another aspect of strong communication is knowing when silence is more powerful than words. An attractive older man doesn't feel the need to argue over everything. He chooses his battles wisely, and often, his calm silence carries more authority than someone else's shouting.